I would also like to say that I am equally obsessed in my relationship with my man. So it is not just a man being obsessed with you that is an indicator as to whether or not you should be satisfied in the relationship. It is also, are you obsessed with him? And this is how you know it's healthy obsession. It is calm, it is peaceful, it is not frantic. And far too often, women are in relationships and they are delusional and they are living in a fantasy world. Their man is not healthy, their man is inconsistent, their man is love bombing, knowing then that they are merely a placeholder, but they stay in the relationship and they work and they do too much and they give time and years to this man because they want that man to be obsessed with them. And the point is that a man will not act obsessed with you if he is not in love with you. And in fact, men use placeholders all the time. I would say women do too, but women are far too delusional when it comes to being in these long relationships. And they think that they can make a man be obsessed with them and be in love with them. And that is just not the case. A man will use you as a placeholder until he finds his it girl that he's in love with, that he will be obsessed with. So I am mainly speaking to women here when I say, don't be delusional. Don't live in a fantasy world. If he is not obsessed with you, he is not in love with you. And no amount of you hustling for your worth is going to make him fall in love with you. You are just not his girl. And so, if I can help women not live in delusional fantasy land and stay in relationships that are bad for them, that are making them sick, that are unhealthy, because they're waiting around for their man to become obsessed with them, they're waiting around for their man to realize their worth, forget it. Put all of that energy into yourself, relish in your own magic, and be alone for a while until you find the man who, right out the gate, is obsessed with you and does not need to be rehabbed to be obsessed with you. And in that safety, in the container of that consistency, actions matching words, honesty, your body feeling regulated because it's healthy and it's not a narcissistic or toxic abuse cycle, you will feel safe to then be obsessed with him. But when women are living in delusion and they're waiting for a man to become worthy or to obsess over them, they feel anxious, they feel breadcrumbed, they feel this frenetic energy to get him to recognize their worth. And that, I would argue, is when you're a placeholder. And that, I would argue, is when you are stuck.